In the colours of JP McManus. 3, the new one for the Twiston Davies family. 4, Yanworth for Barry Geraghty, carrying the first colours of JP, Alan King. And 5, the 100-to-1 outsider, Grey Wolf River. Chittabello, first of all, I thought he got a good ride to win. Tougher today, Graham.
Agree completely. He beat Melodic Rendezvous. No disrespect.
I'm the new one, not wanted really in the scheme of thing on the exchanges. However, only got out to the 7-4. He was what I said, he was a mover. He was offered 9-4 or 15-8 twos this morning. He's 7-4, whereas Yanworth come into 5-4. My Tent or Yours sits there around a 9-2 mark. Chibello's easing out to 10s and maybe 12 it up.
My Tent or Yours, it's almost like they need to find out where they are with him now. Yanworth, on the other hand, different ball game today. And as a jockey, you know, you spend all your life trying to get a horse to relax. Now suddenly you want him to wake up, and that'll be Barry's job now. He'll be trying to just keep him so that he's alive. Because the problem is, when the ground is like it is today, at a sharp track like Kempton, you can't afford to give them too much start. If you do that, you've got to make the ground up.
It looks as though the way number 2, My Tent or Yours, is lining up could be a key tactical change for him and be ridden more prominently. The new one lining up in front. Let's join Simon Holt for the Christmas Hurdle.
Probably be very difficult to head the new one in the early stages. He just shies away from the tape there, but Sam Twiston Davies certain to go forward here on the new one, who stays a good bit further than 2 miles and is a strong galloper. He leads the way down to the first flight in that red jacket. My Tent or Yours in the green and white starred cap, the plain white cap on the far side. That is Yanworth just behind the new one. Then Chittabello getting covered behind these, and the rank outsider on the outside, hopefully out of trouble, Grey Wolf River, who's mighty keen in the early stages, going towards the second. The new one over from in second, My Tent or Yours. Yanworth didn't jump that flight particularly well. Then Chittabello and Grey Wolf River. So racing in front of the stands then in the 32red.com Christmas Hurdle, Grade 1. And some champion hurdle aspirants in this race. The new one and My Tent or Yours, regulars in the champion before. Yanworth could he be a contender for the hurdling championship at the festival in March? Then Grey Wolf River and Chittabello. So on their way now to a couple of flights on the side of the course. The new one reunited today with regular partner Sam Twiston Davies. In second, My Tent or Yours and Noel Feely. Then Yanworth and Barry Geraghty in third place. Grey Wolf River, Daniel Hiskett on the outside of Chittabello and Harry Skelton. On towards the next. The new one, a half length to My Tent or Yours as they take this one. Yanworth jumped that well in third. And then Chittabello behind these as they run round the top turn. And this pace slower than the opening novice race, which began the card by about 20 lengths, which is extraordinary given the class of these horses. So we could be looking at a bit of a burn-up in the second half of this race. The new one, well, he might have gone a bit quicker. My Tent or Yours comfortably in second, then Yanworth in third. His speed is going to be tested here, particularly on the ground as they run down the back. And 4 flights left to jump. The new one nearly joined by My Tent or Yours. This is a change of tactics for My Tent here, who's often held up for a late run. Yanworth over in third, and Chittabello, as now they head on towards the third last. And predictably, Grey Wolf River well out of touch. So on to 3 out and racing as one. My Tent or Yours on the outside of the new one. And the pace looks to be increasing all the time. Yanworth in touch in third as they jump this next flight. My Tent or Yours, the new one. Yanworth, who's jumping, just hasn't been quite as slick as the others, but he's right on their tails as they run now towards the end of the back straight. And still, stride for stride, the new one and My Tent or Yours, who fought out the finish to this race back in 2013. Yanworth just bustled along now in third place. Can he lay down a challenge as they run towards the home turn? And 2 flights left to jump. The new one and My Tent or Yours, they're locked together. Yanworth being shaken up by Geraghty on the outside, poised to mount a challenge. And then Chittabello back in 4th place, homeward bound in the Christmas Hurdle. 2 flights left to jump. The new one, who stays so well, still galloping strongly. My Tent or Yours and Yanworth on the attack. Here is 2 out. My Tent or Yours in the centre. On the far side, the new one, and on the right is Yanworth. They've all got a chance. They race towards the final flight now, and Yanworth coming through. Yanworth on the outside of the new one, and then My Tent or Yours at the final flight. Yanworth slowed into it. The new one, My Tent or Yours, makes a mistake, and Yanworth
running on in third, and then My 10 to Yours, who made a hash of the last. And as the ratings suggest, Grey Wolf River just jumped the final hurdle and finishes over a furlong behind the others. Yanworth, who's